Hello, little sparks. Today I'm going to tell you about Rebekah and the very thirsty camels. Abraham was a very old man, and he wanted to make sure that his son Isaac had a wife that loved and followed God. So Abraham sent one of his servants to find a wife for Isaac from the place where Abraham's family lived. The servant took 10 camels with him and walked for a whole month to find the town of Nahor. And when he arrived at the town, he waited at the well. A well is where you get water from, and he was really thirsty. His camels were really thirsty too. He saw that there were lots of women bringing up water out of the well and taking it back home. So he prayed to God that when he says to a woman, "Please let down your jar that I may have a drink," she would give him and also his camels a drink. After he had prayed, a woman called Rebekah came out of the town and filled up a bucket of water. So the servant went over to her and asked, "Please give me a little water from your jar." She replied, "Drink, my lord," and quickly gave him a drink of water. She noticed his camels too, and said, "I'll draw waters for your camels too, until they have had enough to drink." Now, camels are very thirsty animals, and there were 10 of them. So for each of them she went to the well, filled up her jar of water, walked back to the camel, and poured it into a big trough in front of them. She would have had to do this over 300 times. Abraham's servant knew that this was a kind, caring woman who always put other people first. She had only just met him, but was willing to give him and all of his camels a drink. So the servant gave her expensive gold bracelets in return and found out that she loved God too. So he knew that this woman was to be Isaac's wife. And when he asked, she said yes. God had answered his prayer and found the woman who Isaac was going to marry. Now, from this story, we can see that Rebekah not only provided for the servant, but also all of his camels until he was completely satisfied and all of his camels were completely satisfied too. And so she put him first, and she was very nice, more than nice. She thought of his needs and she thought of more than his needs. And in the same way, we can do that with our friends too. So next time you're with your friends or your family or anyone else that you're with, put their needs first. Think about what they would really like. For example, share your toys with them. Hug them. Be nice to them. Show them how much you and God loves them. So goodbye, little sparks. And remember, put other people first.